Skateboarding is a way to cope with everything that I've gone through. I quit skateboarding for a good while, like a year. I didn't feel the need for it. And then right when my mom died, one of my neighbors came down and thought I'd been skateboarding still. He said, all you can do is skateboard for your mom now. And that put me back on it. I started skateboarding harder, pushed myself harder to learn new tricks and get better at what I was doing. When my mother died in 2013, it was around the end of last semester, and I kind of made me feel like I didn't want to be in school anymore. I started giving up in all my classes, and I just put down the work, and I ended up dropping out and getting my GED immediately after, because I wanted to have a high school diploma or GED. Well, when I was in high school, or when I was in school in general, I had ADHD. I really had a problem with keeping attention and keeping organized.
Simon came to us as a transition student from Stratford High School. His diagnosis was ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression.
In the beginning, he didn't want to come. And even after he started coming, he was looking for excuses not to come.
He was kind of standoffish with others, didn't interact. He wasn't sure what direction his life was going in.
He wasn't very enthusiastic about the work that he was having to do at the Work Training Center. He was very lackadaisical with his actions, and he seemed very bored with what was going on. He also had a few attendance issues because he was going through some family problems. And then he was also having transportation issues. He was having difficulty getting to the Work Training Center on a daily basis.
And that's the thing, is he's not one necessarily to ask for help or tell us what's going on until somebody pulls that out of him.
So we were able to work with him to teach those basic employability skills, attendance, punctuality, productivity. We'll work on those main soft skills that he needed in order to get a job and be successful.
That's the good thing about coming to the training center and participating in Voc Rehab. It's a safe place where you can work out those issues before you go to employment, so you're going to be successful. You could tell Simon was very intelligent. He was very bright. He caught on really quickly, but he didn't always apply himself. He was a little immature, wasn't too long out of high school. So we did have some issues as he went along with attendance, with him not knowing exactly how to behave in classes, you know, talking, falling asleep, things like that you might do in high school. We were able to work through those kind of as we went on. But in the beginning, it was a little bit of a challenge. It was an entirely new situation for Simon.
Continuous reinforcement is always key, particularly with Simon, to make sure that we got his confidence level up. And as he was learning a lot of these soft skills, he started to become more confident. And then you can see him grow. You saw him blossom. He started to make friends. He started to network. He started to understand the importance of connecting with people and how that would help him in the job market. Simon had great WorkKeys scores that made him eligible for a program called CPT.
The Certified Production Technician class was actually offered in conjunction with Trident Technical College. Trident Tech came on site and taught for 8 weeks, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, taught our individuals how to be successful in the manufacturing setting.
For people who've never been in industry before, we try to get them exposure to quality, safety, production, and maintenance.
And Simon was actually one of the first to go through this class. We had a class of 6 students. In the beginning, Simon was very much shy, didn't want attention. Physically, he slouched in his chair. He wore his hoodie all the time and didn't want to be seen.
And after a little bit of work and some time with him, he actually started coming out of that and participating more with the entire group. He helped some of the other students do better in some of the things they were having difficulty with. He was able to help us explain some of the things in a different way. And we tend to try to use the students in that way to help them grow. And towards the end, Simon was a great participant for us.
Simon actually walked away with 3 certifications from the CPT class. The Certified Production Technician National Certification, the OSHA, as well as Six Sigma certifications.
We hosted a job fair here on site, and prior to the employers coming, we wanted to make sure that each person was dressed appropriately.
Simon has dreads, and I let him know that some of the businesses may not necessarily find that very appealing. And it just took a conversation to find out, you know, after everything he'd been through, it was his identity.
If you're going to go up to a person that's looking for somebody to work with, they don't want to see this person you made up, and then when you actually go to work for them, somebody completely different. You know, you got to be yourself. So I just stay Simon.
Simon did not have interview clothes, so we have a closet here for a lot of our clients that they can utilize. And there was a suit that just happened to be his style and happened to fit him to the T. And he put that suit on, and it was like, wow. Even the guys were like, wow.
Having the suit made me feel more professional and more manly, like more grown up.
One of the tasks I put on Simon was to go around and to introduce himself to everybody in the office. And we knew it was very much out of his realm of comfort.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward for me.
It gave him a lot of confidence to know that I can do this and I can compete in the job market.
So when we had the job fair here on site, he interviewed with all 4 employers and was really interested in 3.
It was kind of heart-pounding since I had to go through so many in one day.
Putting together all those little things that he learned in each class, and with counseling and being so confident in that job interview, he was hired right off the bat.
Sierra Bard's a medical device manufacturer. It's a 100-plus-year-old company. Simon works in our intermittent catheter manufacturing line, and that's a one-time use catheter, and his job functions are to strip latex catheters off the forms, operate ovens, and also operate a machine to burn a drainage eye into the catheter. He's rotating between those 3 jobs on a day-in, day-out basis. In the course of his shift, Simon potentially processed 10 to 15,000 catheters.
I've been working at Sierra Bard for about a year. It's a pretty fun job. It's helped me feel more independent.
Simon came in and immediately was making a difference. We saw improved productivity, improved yields coming out of the area. He's definitely been a blessing for us.
He's always early, never late. So I love that about him. When I come to work, that's the first spot I go to, just to see Simon, because he just makes your day. That's just how he is.
Voc Rehab's been a great partner. I think we've only touched the tip of the iceberg of what we can do and what the relationship is.
If I hadn't come to VR, I probably wouldn't be where I am now.
Simon was in the perfect position to be able to take advantage of our services.
I think when he saw the potential that you were giving him to see his own potential, that's when he became motivated.
We all were pulling for Simon. Each person had an integral part with Simon getting this job at Sierra Bard and becoming an independent person.
Because others cared about him, he cared about himself.
They worked together to motivate me to do what I need to do. I would like to say thank you for being there for me, especially when times were hard, helping me get my job and putting me where I am now today.